The attributes of the greatest among you. When seeking the greatest in my world today, in every realm, I first look for people who appear to embody our 5 omnipreneurial values: integrity, passion, respect, forward thinking, and teamwork. One of the most useful filters for these values is the set of interview criteria established by the professionals at Al-Dabbagh Group. We also use these in an omnipreneurial way when hiring for positions at STARS Foundation and for the people who work with my family. Our screening methodology is a little unusual in that we not only look for knowledge and skills, which are fairly easy to discern from a résumé, but also probe deeply for indications as to the interviewee's integrity and ethics. We ask questions such as these. Can you think of a time when you learned that an organization you worked for was conducting questionable practices? How did you handle that? Describe a project on which you had a lot of leeway and were fully accountable for results. Tell me about a time when you worked through a problem for which you had conflicting information. Describe your rationale for your conclusion. How did you share your conclusions with other stakeholders? Talk about a time when you were accountable for results, but were unable to meet the required timing. What did you tell those who were counting on you? Give me an example of a time when you had to make a decision that challenged your values or principles. When I interview people, I also look for what I call golden rules leaders. How likely are they to find the next big thing? How likely are they to collaborate to accelerate, or use honey as money? Can they share a compelling story, take big risks, or delight the stakeholder? In screening for potential leaders, our interview questions also include the following, all of which speak to our 5 values and 10 golden rules. Give me an example of a situation in which you motivated others to achieve a result. Tell me about a time when you were able to achieve results despite opposition or interference from others. Tell me about a time when you envisioned a better outcome and energized others to achieve it. Tell me about a time when you were able to leverage the contributions of a diverse group of individuals across different levels of the organization. Talk about a time when you recognized that a strong change in direction would greatly benefit your organization. How could you confirm a change was needed? How did you communicate the need for it? By asking questions that unearth these characteristics and by probing for more information as people answer them, I can much better predict the future success of a candidate. I also look for red flags. If the person can't come up with solutions, can't articulate past experiences that will inform future behaviors, has a reputation for recruiting people who are weaker so he or she can influence them, or shows signs of being a think small micromanager, I won't hire that person. As a student of greatness in talent and leadership, I'm also always on the lookout for organizations that live by the same rule of hiring the greatest. One NGO I admire in this regard is Kesho Kenya, a STARS grantee that is providing a holistic, long-term approach to education in Kenya. Kesho has extremely strong governance and has earned an excellent reputation among all its stakeholders for being fair, efficient, transparent, and accountable. When filtering candidates, the organization looks for knowledge and development work, a servant leadership mindset, a propensity for cost consciousness, creativity, honesty, and respect for the underprivileged in the community. The executive director, Evans Odiambo, knows the value of having a great staff to push forward the organization's agenda. Hiring the greatest people he can find allows him to provide leadership for talent rather than manage talent. He unleashes them so they can use their creativity to come up with innovative programs. The staff is encouraged to dream big, think unconventionally, and, at the end of the day, deliver solutions to where they are needed most.